Beachy, good morning. No talking. Hey, Wasa. Ah. Bye, Jack. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Rub it all on the bed. Oh, yeah. Oh, Toy Pop did it to me. Yo, Jack. Mom doesn't want to be up. Hi, Jackie. Carl Shell. Good morning. Hi, Jackie. You ready to go back to bed? Oh, good burp. Good job. Lean into it, Cat. Lean into it. What am I leaning into? Going back to sleep? Hi, Cousin Wynn. And Daniel Barry. Is Falcon here? Hi, Falcon. Wow. Wow. Good morning. Cousin Wynn says it's still Tuesday right here, but hi, everyone. It might be Tuesday there, but it's Wednesday here. Where? Oh, I hear myself. Stop that, Cat. We don't like it at all. Shh. Oh, good burp, Jack. What are we leaning into now? Oh, I still hear myself. Make it stop. I'm moving in the past. Yes, you are, Wynn. For a while, I always thought you were the future, though. I seriously consider just sleeping in this morning. Lean into everything, including Jack wiping his mouth on the comforter. I do. I've just given up the fight. Falcon says, dear old Jack. There we go. Bailey Smith. It's been a long time. Bailey says, poor, sad Jack. Good morning, Bailey. Cousin Wynn says, I just might be your future if you play your cards right. Oh. Ugh. I've had boyfriends say that before. Stuff like that before. Ugh. Is Tiny Mother here? Did I miss her? Tiny Mother, in the rain, makes me happy, makes me happy, makes me sing. I don't know. John, hello. Did I make the Ouija board picture? I didn't. It was actually a Ouija board that they sold on Amazon. Talk about that right there. And it's like a little wooden board, but it's like warped. You can't actually use it. I can't get any bigger than that, but. So I put it in a frame because it was pretty, but not very usable. And the planchette is the thing that moves over it. It's also wooden. It does not run smoothly over it. It's not usable, but pretty. Huh, Jack? Like Cat. Not usable, but pretty. No kidding. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Bailey. Hi, Tiny Mother. There you are. Midnight. Hi, Michael. Aw. I'm sorry, Michael. Oh my God, it's satanic. Well, the old me would have agreed with you. But the new improved Cat is open. She is open. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is between those words, Wassa. Yeah, he says, oh, Michael, I'm sorry. Hey, baby, what's up? What's up? You ate all your food? Midnight Junior says, Michael says, our families like to thank you all for the love and support in Cat and Jack families. For the support and love for Midnight Junior, we made a special pictures in your community. Thank you, Michael. I'm so sorry, though. Hi, Teddy. How are you? Let's unplug this sucker. Got to be able to move. There we go. No difference, Wassa says. Okay, thank you. Carl Shell, how are you? Good live stream. Oh, he says, I'm good, Cat number one. You? Really good. And like I said, I enjoyed your live stream. Tiny Mother says, hello, Carl. Oh my goodness. Falcon, we don't really talk a lot about A Course in Miracles here unless stuff comes up. We have no plan, no mission, no mission statement, just to hang out in the morning. Place to come, especially if you want to go back to sleep. Because I'm good at putting people back to sleep. Right, Jack? Thumbs up. 10 out of 10. Michael says, I need glasses. Where are my glasses, Jack? I'm glad she's not suffering no more. She was crying. No, Michael. I can't read that. Falcon says it's a hard life for a dog that's that's true. Hard life. Tiny Mother says she is hoping to be able to go to sleep. You haven't slept at all yet? I'm sorry. Carl says it was nice seeing Julie P after the big argument. Oh, was there a big argument? Who had the big argument? Hey, Michael, I read what you said. It's just very sad. My heart goes out to you, my friend. Tiny Mother says, no, she hasn't had sleep yet. I'm sorry, too. This is just... Oh, let's turn on a light. Let's shed some light on Jack. Why don't this morning. There's Jack. Relight on. There. I'm so thirsty. Now I want water. I never want water, but I can't drink anything, so I want water. Isn't that funny? Wassa says, yep, it was a great stream, Carl. I got interrupted by the tow company coming to get the CRV, but I don't think I missed too much of the end. Probably not. Was that what you're talking about, your mom? Was that somebody coming to get the CRV? Was that for your mom or what's going on, Wassa? I don't know. Jackie, I'm so thirsty. This is stupid. I'm so thirsty. Let me have a drink, Mama. Bailey says, I think I saw Jack roll his eyes. Probably right. Did I read that? Tiny Mother said, Carl, I'm sorry I missed your live. It's okay. And we know you're busy, Tiny Mother. You're not crying? Oh no, Wassa. Sean says, does the dog like baths? And after it's done, does she or he do zoomies? Yes. I don't think he particularly likes them. He puts up with them. And I wonder how the groomer handles him after he's had his bath. She's a no-nonsense kind of woman, but animals love her. Jack, we need some music just for ourselves, okay? Falcon says, I've never really been overly into the chorus. My girlfriend's friend used to read it to me. It's got some valid points, but not, well, I am a student. I am just not knowledgeable enough to speak on it. Too much. Occasionally. Carl says, as Tina M and A-Frame said, it gets easier. Live streaming? That's true. Is that what you're talking about, Carl? It was fun. I had a lot of fun driving home listening to you live stream. So thank you. Bailey Smith says, Jack is like, who is she talking to? He knows I talk to my phone every morning and he's not happy about it. He definitely has feelings about it. Is that it, Jack? You're the cutest puppy. Aw, Falcon says, I'm a student of divine love no matter what book it comes from. I like that. Oh, Jack, are you still releasing gas over there, buddy? He's like, yo, but can't you smell it? Sorry. Carl says, oh no, today is my father's anniversary and they said it gets easier every year. Do you feel that way? Is it feeling a little bit easier? Well, I'm glad you're here with us, Carl. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the proper thing is to say. Tiny Mother agrees with Falcon. I need water. I'm desperate. It's no fair, Jackie. Good morning, Basiliel. Tiny Mother says to Carl, yes and no is how she feels about it. I bet you Carl can understand that. There we go, glasses. Jack looks pleased with himself at what he's created, stuck his nose right in and started doing breath work. That was beautiful. That was beautiful, Wasa. You're so good at that. I love you. He's like, I don't know why you got up. You don't have to be up until 6 o'clock. What are you doing up this morning, Mom? Real Mr. Bojangle. It's the dog giving me dirty looks. No, Jack is an Irish setter, Mister. Real Mister. I'm sorry. What was that, sir? Jack needs his beauty rest. No, Falcon, you can't see behind this camera. And very strategically placed angles. Everything is hiding in the closet. That's the truth, too. Jack, shake the da 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 da. Love is love, Jack. I'm trying to think of the song that talks about all the crap in the closets, but Basley, that's not true. I'm serious. Basley says no, she's being humble. She's one clean person. Comparatively, maybe. But, it's all smoke and mirrors. You can always make things look one way that for a few hours. Mr. Bojangles says he wants to go to bed. No, Falcon, he's an Irish setter. Um, and yeah, we've been in bed all night, huh, Jack? Carl says A-Frame got rid of the bad troll very quickly. I didn't even notice. She did a great job. Basleel, are you still in Africa or in Cape Town? Was that a late? Are you staying over or are you going right back out? Basil says Jack and Carl have Ireland in common, yes. But Carl says if you're not in Ireland, you're not Irish. Quick draw A-frame, says Wassa. Real Mister says he said, Mom, let me sleep. You think? I don't keep him from sleeping. If he wants to sleep, he sleeps. Basil says, nope, going back later today. Nope, what? And you're going back where? Sometimes, um, yeah. You're in Tasmania for real, Falcon? Wow, cool. I've never met anybody from Tasmania before. Bailey says, does Jack play with the chicken? No. Hitch is in North Korea. Wow. Well, hello. I don't know if I said your name right, but welcome. I don't know that song, Wassa. Oh, you're back in London. Okay. Thank you. But you go out today. Do you go back to, you said you go back today. You go back home? Never mind. Do you have a Tasmanian devil as a pet, Falcon? Yes, you do, talking heads. He's just a baby. We want to make him stay up all night. Yeah, we do. I don't know. Didn't the Talking Heads only have one really popular song? I am wrong. Thank you, Asa. But you don't do it like Carl does it. Sure, you're welcome, Falcon. Carl says the planes are on the same runway as yesterday. Well, if it worked yesterday, it might as well work well today too, huh, Carl? Bailey Smith says, when are you starting an ASMR channel? I am not. And Falcon says, no Tasmanian devil as a pet bass. One song, oh boy, sounds like someone really needs to watch the Talking Heads movie. Oh, is there a movie? Basil says, what? What? Is there a construction on the other one, Carl? You'd be great at it. Thanks, Bailey. Falcon says, I had a Kelpie, but he's in heaven now. Aw. Jackie here. The song is called Up All Night, I think. I just don't know. What was their like most popular song, anyways? They did have one, right? Melissa says, no, stay up late. Actually, you'd recognize it. You think. You don't know my life. Pastel says, Tasmania. The Florida of Australia. Australian Florida. Would you survive, Cat? I don't know. Is the Australian Florida worse than Florida, Florida? Psycho Killer, Wassa says. Is that a song? I know I definitely didn't hear that one. Bailey says it's a good song. Falcon says not as hot as Florida, quite temperate, really, but we do have some hillbillies here. Is that what you were talking about, Wassa? I mean, Basil is the reputable weird people in Florida. Normal Australia is crazier than Florida. Oh, okay. I lived in Florida. I didn't think people were any more crazy there than anywhere else. Florida just gets picked on because it's fabulous. You know, everybody that's fabulous has haters. Wassa, I don't know that song. You were referring to wildlife. I think other people refer to a type of wildlife. Basil. He was talking about the actual animals. Basil says every alien landed in Tasmania. Oh, Carl says it has to do with wind direction, Basil. Good morning, Squirrel Sniper. He says, Grandest of Rice and Cat&Jack, I trust the moment has proven itself agreeable to the assembled company. One hopes the early hours have been spent in a manner both profitable and pleasant. How about good morning, Scroll Sniper? Good to see you. Scroll Sniper, I love you so much. You're so much fun. Hey, Sarah. Oh, Falcon says, love the Talking Heads, so they must have had more than one good song. Wassa says, everything truly strange happens in Florida or Germany. Well, let me just say this, that most of the weird things that happen in Florida are from people who don't come from Florida. They've come to Florida. How's that? The natives don't appreciate it either. Kidding, I don't know. Basil says, oh yeah, maybe Cat. Carl, does Flight Radar 24 display NOTAMs? I don't know. I do feel stupid when I read something for Carl and think it said cat. Hang on. Yesterday, Yogi had a guest whose name was Cat, and every time he talked to Cat, I was listening. I was like, it was just so strange to hear him call somebody else Cat. I didn't know how I felt about it. Bailey Smith says, hell, I don't have to go anywhere. My family is weird, but what's not weird? That's kind of true. I don't want to play Florida or Germany. It's not fair. It's not nice. There you go. There's your tiny mother. There's your story time. Oh, wow. Falcon says Eric is a legend in his own mind. Good morning, sweet Paul. How are you? Basil says the one that Watson mentioned has got to be Germany. Here we go. Yes. Thank you, Carl. You're wrong, Cat. The Irish are taking over Miami for Formula One. Okay, see? It's not Floridians. It's everybody who comes to Florida who's the problem. Thank you for proving my point, Carl. Lassa says, yes, it's true. Florida or Germany, you got to work it out. Well, somebody gave you an answer. Somebody said Germany. Basil said it's got to be Germany. Oh, Squirrel Sniper just said a German on vacation in Florida. That's funny. Perfect. Perfect. Squirrel Sniper. The best of both worlds. I've got to go. I need to have some aspirin. My head is killing me. It's killing me. They said I could have a sip of water. How do they know what's water and what's just fluids in my belly? They don't know, right? I'm going to get some water. Better. Basil says my thought press is blank. My thought process is blank, Lawson. It's an instinctual answer. Tiny Mother says it's for your safety. One little sip to wet your mouth won't be too much. I'm so thirsty. Sorry, Jack, you got awful close. What happened? Goodness. What happened here? Better, okay. Basil says, or maybe gas seems to be deadly in Germany too soon. Oh, gas, that kind of gas. Wassa says, speaking of that, all excited, Squirrel, look this up. Four of the world's top German physicists have vanished without a trace in North America wilderness in the last decade. Carl says, why the Germans? Bailey says, where's Jack's baby blanket? You mean his... He's not really cold, I don't think. Are you? Oh. I don't know why Germans either, Carl. Why they gotta pick on Florida when it's not the Floridians? Here. Tiny Mother says, Wassa, it's more than that. Is it? Oh, you know, it's crazy the stories about people who have too much information disappearing. Shit happens all the time. Crazy. Wassa says, Basleel, well, it's hot in Florida and people are stuck inside with recycled conditioned air. On the other hand, in Germany, they eat tons of cabbage and other farty foods. Oh no. Carl says Germany don't have airlines. They don't have their own airline. Oh, goodness. Okay, better. Jack says he was fine. He says, take that thing off me. Do you want it off? You look like you're irritated. Here, I'll take it off. Is that good? Oh, jeez. All right. He did not want it. Basil says to the farty food comment, oh, now that you put it like that, sounds the opposite. And Wassa says to Basil, no, you got it right by instinct, which is impressive. And Basil says, oh, wow, instinct for the win. Carl says, I don't understand, Wassa. Or you don't understand Wassa in general. I'm not sure what you mean, Carl. Either one was understandable. Carl says no one knows why Germans, and it's actually not just physicists. Everyone should check out Missing 411. You check it out. I'll be right here waiting. I'll be here. I'll be here hanging out with Jack. Are you okay over there, sir? Wassa says these are strange disappearances that... Hi. What is it? What's with the leg? I see your leg. Do you want me to brush you? Is that what it is? Hmm? Can I brush you? Squirrel Sniper says, Wassa, the eclipse of August 12th. Single track diaries. Hello. They say hello from Ukraine. Well, hello to you. Welcome. Jack says, hey. What is that look, Bubba? Oop. Okay, fine. Carl, you got yours. You're wrong, Wassa. It's like your day is not complete unless Carl tells you you're wrong about something. I actually look forward to it. Single Track Diary says, beautiful fur, baby. Jack says, thank you. What, baby? Hmm? Lassa says, thanks, Carl. And I'm more wrong than Cat, right? Absolutely. Scroll Sniper explains what Missing 411 is. I thought it was a TV show. Isn't it an American TV show, Missing 411? Or is that my imagination? All right. For some reason, sitting down makes my nose stuffy. Okay. Wassa said Jack raised his back leg and said, back off, Cat. I was wondering what he was trying to say. Single Track Diary says, I just rotated off the front lines and needed this calm energy so much. Are you a soldier? Well, thank you for that, Tiny Mother and Single. Carl says, Cat's not wrong, Wassa. She stayed in the live stream with A-Frame while you disappeared. Dun, dun, dun. Bailey says, Cat, do you ever drink lemon, ginger, and honey for sinus? No. Nope. I am on a biologic, a injection monthly. And I've only done 3 injections, so about 6 months, I should be better. I won't have any of this anymore. I would love to drink lemon, ginger, and honey. That would be wonderful. Oh, and some older folks say add a little whiskey in there. Single Track Diary says, yes, I am a soldier in Ukraine, 12th Special Purposes Brigade. Wow. Well, I look up to anybody who's willing to fight for their country. So, it's weird. I don't say thank you for your service. What do you say to somebody? I don't know. Wasa says, no, Sniper got it right. There was also one female, Japanese, or Chinese world-class physicist. You should read what happened to her while on vacation in Yosemite. Well, Yosemite has all sorts of weird things going on, right? It's so bizarre, it's almost beyond belief, but it's all documented. She wasn't there. She wasn't leaving there alive no matter what she tried. Oh no, Carl says Wassa is on a timeout. Hi, Rosie. Good morning. Wassa says Sniper, which post? Or I'll look. I missed it. Thank you. Tiny Mother says single. Thank you for your dedication and service. It's weird saying it for somebody from another country, right? Because when you say it to somebody from your country, it's like, thank you for your service to us. But that is what I was trying to say. Thank you, Tiny Mother. And your sacrifice. Paul, how are you? Has it stopped raining? Wassa says yes. Yosemite has the largest cluster of strange disappearances that fit the profile anywhere. I have a daughter who's very into just fighting. Here we go. Fighting all the evil in the world. So she's very into stuff like that. Hi, Joshua. Wassa says, Carl, you're right. And Squirrel Sniper says, the Sherlock Holmes post. Basilio says, a fight for the good is a service to us, to all of us. Thank you, Basilio. My words escape me today. I feel very clunky. Joshua says, I dislike all the evil, but I choose my battles. Yes. Paul says, for the moment, it stopped raining. It's supposed to start again today and get an inch. Wow. Wow. Single Track Diary says, I'm American. I came here as a volunteer because Ukraine needs all the help they can get to keep the wolves away. I did not know that was a thing. Wow. Carl says, I don't feel the best, and Wassa is upsetting you. I don't know why you let him upset you. You should not let anybody else upset you, Carl. That gives them way too much power. I'm sorry. Basilis's definition of good is and right. Whose side are you on? You might be good on. It depends on where you're looking from. Tiny Mother says, Carl, oh, I'm sorry you're feeling ill. Tiny Mother, you're so sweet. Wassa says, I don't feel the best either, Carl, but you're not upsetting me. And Falcon says, there's no need for the drama. Why not? It's fun. Joshua says, can definitely volunteer. If I had 2 good legs, I would. It's honorable and some pay. I would definitely say it's an honorable thing. I just didn't know it was something you could do. And for sure, I mean, that really changes it. Thank you. Thank you for having such a kind heart. Single Track Diaries. Single Track Diaries says, yes, we have a Foreign Legion volunteer unit and people from UK, America, Australia, mostly NATO countries. Carl tells Tina to take Wassa out. Falcon, this is just a thing between Carl and Wassa. Everything's fine. Basil says any part that treats civilians as targets is bad by my book. Agreed. Tiny Mother says, Wassa, I'm upset too. I need a rock from where you are. You need a rock from Oregon? I'm confused. Nope, I can't figure it out. Joshua says, Forge and Legionnaire are a tough bunch and diverse. And Falcon says, okay, very good. That sounded pretty serious though, right? Take Wassa out. Single Track Diary says, I just wish for peace and for the fighting to stop. It's evil. There are no winning sides in war, only loss. That's true. Oh, Scroll Sniper says, investigation of German concentration camps. You find Ukrainians, Latvians, Lithuanians recruited or coerced by the SS to staff camps like. I don't know quite what you're saying. Ukraine is a confused place. Wassa says, like a rack rock. I can hook that up. And Tiny Mother says, Carl, I might make him cry. Oh, hi, Grumpy Sapper. Carl says he is actually crying. Oh, no crying. It's too early for crying, Carl. Everything's going to be fine. Basil says, welcome, Scroll Sniper. And Falcon says, do you ever watch Nuke's Top 5? I'm sure somebody in here does. Tiny Mother says, yes, I am the mama timer outer. Oh. Single Track Diary says, I've seen farmers turn into soldiers and soldiers turn into shadows. That's kind of sad. Boy, this morning has turned into a bit of a bummer. I'm sorry to say. It is what it is. Falcon says it's a paranormal channel, so you know. Joshua says to single track, yes, you better be a warrior in a garden. Better to be a warrior in a garden than I lost the rest. I'm sorry. I'm missing a lot now. Wassa said, igneous rock from Idaho, that's everywhere here. Paul says, wow. And Carl says, if it wasn't 2 a.m. in Chicago, I'd ring A-frame. Is it 2 a.m. though? Tiny Mother says, oh, no. It's not a bummer. It's orchestrated chaos. And Squirrel Sniper says, indeed, Tiny. Grumpy Sapper has some advice for Carl and his channel. And Single Track Diary says, a true soldier fights not because he hates what's in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. And Joshua, yes. Tiny Mother says, I will take all the rocks. Oh. Squirrel Sniper says, the greatest way to launder money. Okay. Everybody's saying hello. It is not a paranormal channel. These are just things these people like to talk about. Nope, I am not an anything channel. There we go. You okay, Jackie? Wassa says it deleted me. Did it hold a comment? I'm not even looking at y'all no more. I'm done with y'all. Trying to get a little bit ready. Single Track Mother says, Tiny Mother, I don't know how to sub to your channel. Well, you copy down her handle and you look it up. If I knew you a little bit better, I would give you blue, but I don't know you. Oh, you're funny. You're funny, Wassa. She says to Single, just under my name, Tiny Mother 6215. Maybe put the @ sign in front of my name without any spaces. That is correct. Carl says, I'm out of here. I'm too upset. Me too, Carl. Let's leave. All this talk of war. I'm upset too. I'm leaving too. Let me out of here, Carl. They won't even let me have coffee to deal with this morning. You know, Grumpy Sapper, there's a saying about unwanted advice, and I'm not being mean, I'm just saying, it's not appreciated. Even if it comes from a good place and it's a good idea, people just don't appreciate it. That sounded much shittier than I meant it to. Paul says, oh, yeah. Ooh, Carl drops Tiny Mother's link. If our friend Single can click on links, there it is right there. Grumpy Sapper says ignorance is bliss, as they say. Correct. But, there's also a thing is that's just not part of my reality. It might be yours, it might be somebody else's, but it might just not be mine. I guess I'm really not supposed to drink that water. Dang it. Thank you, Tiny Mother. I appreciate that. I am a little stressed. I am a little lot stressed. You can't tell by my short attention span and my just overall shortness. Boaz, hello, it's been a while. I had to clean up this water. Thank you, Tiny Mother. Oh, Tiny Mother says, Carl, you are brilliant. And Paul says, spread the love around. Melissa says, I hope you get the feeling better, Carl. Yeah, me too. You're okay. I'm okay. I'll always be okay. Oh, Lordy, what a mess, Cat. Lois says, sorry, I've been working 12 to 13 hours a day. I haven't forgotten both of you. Well, we appreciate you visit us when you can. I understand. People have lives, and they have to live them, and I can't hold it against you for living your life. Hi, Bubba. I know. Joshua says, coffee overboard? No, just water. The water I'm not supposed to be drinking, I spilled. Kind of funny how that stuff happens. Smurfinator, what a wonderful name. Jack, really? You're going to do this again, sir? I'm having some sedation dental work done this morning, Paul. No food or water. I have somebody picking me up at 7:15 to take me and sit with me and take me home. Better than Gargamel. Gargamel was after the Smurfs all the time. I used to love the Smurfs. Did you hear that? What was it, huh? Yes, it was my belly. He looked at my stomach. Funny. Thank you, Joshua. I'm gonna be fine. I'm just being a big baby. I have to have something on the roof of my mouth, like a bony structure, removed. I'm a little nervous. How can my head not? How could my head not? I don't know. I just think about a drill on the roof of your mouth. It's got to resonate in your brain. Carl has phone calls scheduled with Tina, Ephraim, and Allie for later. Wassa says, I didn't say hi. What the heck was that? Sarah's smiling. Paul says, I'm only allowed. What are you doing today, Paul? What's going on? You too? What are you doing? Joshua said something, but you'll be okay. I get nervous too. It's not fun. You know how nervous I get? I cry. As soon as I get in a chair, I cry for no reason. Just cry. Just to go talk about what they're going to do. If we're just having a consultation, I'll sit in the chair and cry. Smurfinator says the Smurfinator was sent back in time to stop Gargamel's army of evil time-traveling Smurf robots. Wow. Wow is what I got to say about that. Wassa says every time I said, what was that? Or that damn thing, or the word rat, my dog would do something I can't see anymore. And I would probably make something up, except for Wassa accuses me of making stuff up and adding it to their comments. And I would never do that. Oh, Paul, that's been there, done that. The prep is the worst. The worst part of it. Sarah says you will be fine, Kat. Thank you. I just don't know. I don't know about tomorrow's live stream. I'm taking off the rest of the week of work, and I don't know how much I'll be able to talk. So we will see. That's why I said we might play Pictionary or charades tomorrow if I'm up to getting up and doing a live stream. Smurfinator says you're too innocent and kind. I doubt you've seen Terminator. Who are you talking to? Paul, you've had it many times, so you're used to it because of your stomach issues. Have you had it many times because they found something before? Good for you, Carl. He's going to have a hotel breakfast. I like that. Tiny Mother says, Sniper, I subbed to you. I thought I was already, but I missed the rest. Okay, let me go make sure I saw exactly what Paul just said. Because I didn't. A twisted colon, wow. All right, there's my Paul. Let's see everything he said so I don't miss anything. Got you. Yes, if you step away, I do know why. Oh, Carl says Boss is paying for something. Sarah says I had dental surgery twice. You know, I wonder. I don't want to say I wonder. When I was a kid, they always did the full knock you out kind of dental work. I remember there was a kids show called Zoom, and I don't think I really watched it, but I remember the song. Gonna zoom a zoom a zoom. Come on and give it a try. Sorry. But anyway, that song would go through my head every time I was put to sleep. I remember that for some reason. I don't know. Tiny Mother says she had some tumors in mine and then had stomach cancer. It's no joke. Wow. I'm glad you're still here with us. You're a fighter, Tiny Mother. Agnes, hello. It was Agnes, right? Paul says, I love propofol. Is that what that is that puts you to sleep? Carl says, I haven't been to the dentist in 20 years. Wow, Carl. Rose says, best wishes and results, Cat. You can always know Jackie will give you a welcome home smooch and everything will balance out. Yes, thank you. Lisa says to Sarah, my dental surgeon told my father I was unnecessarily violent and I kept threatening him while under the gas. Wow. Well, see, that's not the same gas I was under. And I guess what we're under now, today, what we're doing is just a light sedation so you'll be awake. But when I was a kid, they put you out. Tiny Mother says, save a big puff for me for the next time I can't sleep. You can just mail it to me, Cat. Sure, you can have it all. Hi, Lady Sky. Good morning. Wasa says, yes, I was mostly out, but not all the way, and I kept waking up. Oh, that's terrible. Thank you, Paul. Hi, Lady Sky. I'm okay, Lady Sky. How are you? Carl says, I have a friend who's a dentist, but yet I have not been to the dentist in 20 years. Why not go to the dentist, Carl? I was the same, my friend. I was the same. And when I got asthma, a lot of the medication and sleeping with my mouth open caused a lot of problems. "11 days." Spit it out, Cat. 11 days until Mother's Day for USA. Awesome. Falcon says he takes up the whole bed like mine used to. You should try sleeping with him. He's got the whole bed, but he wants to be right on you, which is nice, but it can get hot. Tiny Mother says, okay, Carl, I guess I'm making a trip back home to Ireland. Right, terrible. No wonder I was complaining and threatening to do things when the surgeon, blah, sorry. Human, can I lay down? Can I lay down on the bed? Yes, you can. Would you like to snuggle, Jack? You may. Wassa says, hey, hey, Lady Sky, and no, I'm not making hummus. Ha ha ha. Hummus is awesome. Ever? You're not making hummus ever? Everything's fine. It's okay, I promise. I just dropped my phone. No big deal. Lady Sky says, LOL, Wassa, but I'm going to be the teacher, though. You're the student. Oh, joy. Back to school. He says, but I will enjoy making Lady Sky make it. Homer says, oh, thanks. Love to snuggle. Yep, he's a pretty good snuggler. He puts up with a lot. There's the train, Carl. Carl says, a full Irish breakfast. That's what I was thinking, Carl. It sounds lovely. This dog is outrageous. Baby, I'm sorry, Gil. Face facts. I cat lived because the message disappeared off the screen. Human says you could be Wonder Woman. What would you like me to be? You could. Did you say you could be Wonder Woman? Human. What? Oh, because you see Wonder Woman. That's why. I don't know. Does Wonder Woman doesn't have a sidekick? Oh, that's funny. Squirrel Sniper says hummus is tasty, maybe with something added like chili or lime. Wassa says to Lady Sky, I'm not scared. It's just against my religion to clean dishes. What? So what's going on with the CRV? Was that your car or was it your mom's car? Because I heard you saying something about your mom yesterday. Tidy Mother says both. Oh, chili and lime. Don't look. Paul says hummus. Yes, please. Me too. I love hummus. But certain brands I don't like. I disagree. Squirrel Sniper thinks plain hummus is like licking an icicle and being told it's your ice lolly. Is it like a popsicle? An ice lolly? Falcon says, I would like to be a god so I can reinforce down wrath on my self-proclaimed enemy. I can reinforce down wrath on my self-proclaimed enemies. Wow. Tiny Mother likes the Thai chili. Really kicks the heat up. Tiny Mother says, how am I supposed to be room temperature, not chilled? And Grumpy Sapper says, I prefer Mutabel to hummus. It's healthier. What? How is hummus not healthy? But I don't know what Mutabel is. Falcon says they forcefully injected me with antipsychotics today. I shouldn't seek revenge, but they have gone too far. Are you being serious, Falcon? Human says there is plenty of meat to go around. Tiny Mother says it's supposed to be room temperature, not chilled. Hummus. And Paul also says, what is Mutabel or mutable? Falcon says true story. Wow. I don't know what to say to that, Falcon. I'm sorry. Do you normally feel better afterwards, though? Wassa says the catalytic converter is being replaced because someone stole it. No, I'm kidding. But oh boy, it's been screaming, crying, breaking things, cursing everyone and thing, and stomping loudly all over the house since it was stolen. Oh, it was stolen. Wait a minute. Who's been doing all that stuff, though? Scroll Sniper is making a joke. He says all news channels are mutable. Sarah says, I love falafel. You know, my daughter turned me on to falafel. Mutable or mutable or something, also spelled mutabal or whatever, is a Levantine dip made from smoky roasted eggplant blended with, I love tahini. Tahini, oh, it makes everything better. Similar to baba ganoush. The only thing I know in there is tahini. Falcon says it's not your fault, and no, it makes me feel horrible. Do you think it helps you eventually? Squall Sniper says, sorry, my dyslexia joke. It was a good one. Wasis is my mom. I don't participate in any of that stuff ever. Okay. That's what you were talking about, your mom. How do people steal catalytic converters off of cars? I mean, does it happen just like right in your yard? Is that easy? Wasis says, I couldn't live that way. A smooth, creamy. Shoot, I missed it. Paul says, it sounds delicious, Grumpy. It sounds interesting. I wonder if you can get it here. I've never heard of it. Tiny Mother says, Wassa, you don't have to eat that way all the time. And Falcon says, no, it does not help one bit. What does your family say? Do they disagree? I'm just curious how it's working for you, Falcon. Wassa's not helping Sniper out there. Paul says they cut them off. Grumpy Sapper says, I love it with something and an Arabic mixed grill. They're very easy to get off. Angle grind. Do you use an angle grinder? Is that what he's saying? Paul says they cut them off. A cordless reciprocal saw to cut it off, surprisingly. So it doesn't take a lot of time or anything? Or you wouldn't hear the noise? It just seems weird. Wassa says to Sniper, I thought angle grinder too, but surprisingly there was a broken reciprocal saw blade laying there. Did y'all call the police? Did you have them do fingerprints on the saw? Anything? You don't call the police, I bet, right? Did your mom call the police? Does insurance cover stuff like that? It's not, right? Home insurance. Would home insurance cover that? Oh no, Falcon says there will be a reckoning. Has this been going on for a while, Falcon? Or is this the first time? Wassa says my mom heard it and came down to get me, but when I got up there, nothing was happening. It was already over? I pity the fool that tries anything like that here. I pity the fool. Tiny Mother says at my work one time, somebody came in when they came out, someone had stolen that off their vehicle in the parking lot. Wow. We thought she was dreaming, maybe, until later that day when we saw parts laying on the ground. Oh, yeah. Dang it. No. Paul says I got into my car once and there was a guy in the back seat. Oh no. You know, I always start my car and then come back in the house. And I think about stuff like that. Falcon says I feel so alone. No one understands. I'm sorry, Falcon. And I know it's not my fault, but I'm sorry you're going through that. Nope, it's okay. But did you tell me, have they done it to you before, Falcon? Tiny Mother says Paul. And he says, yes, Tiny. Did you know? Can I tell? Can I tell about your weird talent that nobody expects, Paul? They do it every month. Oh, huh. Wassa, didn't they have like an open legalization on drugs and that's why there was a problem? Did I hear they took it back? They took back the laws. Wassa says mom filed a police report just for insurance purposes. They don't care about helping victims. There's no money in it. They want to fight the treasonous war on rugs, use corporate traffic law to economic. Squirrel Sniper says it's $100 to $700 a pop, depending on the model. It's an easy day's work. Dormant, a scumbag that's been affected by his own karma intentions. Okay. Tiny Mother says that is scary. I am glad you're okay. Yeah, what happened, Paul? Oh, and Paul's. We had a question last night. What's your uh, something about what's something you are weirdly good at that nobody would expect? And Paul's is singing, and Paul does have a good voice. If you ever leave a comment on one of his videos, or not his videos, but his artwork, you might get lucky enough for him to do a voice reply in here. I could definitely tell and definitely see that he would have a great singing voice, is what I'm trying to say. Paul says he stole a bunch of worthless stuff. That's scary, though. Falcon says I'm a targeted individual. Wow, I just don't know what to say to all that, Falcon. That's tough. Wazza says, well, Cat, of course, after all these decades of this treasonous evil, it's going to cause problems to decriminalize, especially in the first state to do so. That's a given. Major probs. But that's a no. What's a no? No, they didn't retract it. And I guess that makes a lot of sense the way you put it, Wasa. Paul says, sorry to hear, Falcon. Yes. Oh, he says, but that's no excuse whatsoever to keep caging people over chemicals and their freedom to choose the meds they want and work for them. Okay. Tiny Mother, yes, says Paul is an amazing artist. And apparently he's a great singer too. I think he's so talented all the way around. Jack, are you sleeping with your baby? His baby, I didn't even recognize him. Are you sleeping with your baby over here? Are you loving on your little Sonic? Huh? Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. What do you have here? Yeah, you're a messy boy. Tiny Mother says, oh, yes, he is. Paul says, you're all very kind. No, we're just very, very truthful. Well, Tiny Mother's very kind. And Falcon says, all I can do is love. I find that very interesting, Falcon. Because you do seem like a very loving person. Squirrel Sniper, I did the same thing and it came up with your channel. Wasa says, oh, with more room or a microphone, I could really make it make sense and lay out the incredible, vile, corrupt, hypocritical, inexcusable nature of this attack on first minorities, then all the poor. This attack on freedom. Why don't you, Wasa? Why don't you just start? And I think you definitely have an audience for it. Wasa says, I have many times. You have. Squirrel Sniper says, I then sent it my latest video with a transcript and it keeps saying it's Rick Ashley's never going to give you up. Wow. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to, and don't know the rest of the words. Tiny Mother says, Wasa, Wasa, Wasa. Paul says, Rick rolled. Wasa said, I've written tons about it, talked about it in live streams, and made videos about it. And Wasa says, tiny, tiny, tiny. Skull Sniper says, it's an ultimate gaslight, Rickroll. Is that what it is? Tiny Mother says it's supposed to be a chant. Falcon says it's a big club and we ain't in it. And Skull Sniper says maybe I should do a video on it. Wasa says to Tiny, so Cat read it incorrectly, you mean? I don't care. I don't care, Wasa. Whatever, Wasa. Yogi told me I need to do a song. Whatever, Wasa. Wasa says, oh, you and Yogi jabbering about me? Yes, we were. We were talking about how clever you are and how much fun you are. That is all. Yogi was hanging out a couple times when we were doing the Wasa board. If you don't know what the Wasa board is, it's over here. Jack threw a pillow on it the other day, messed it up a little bit. But this is a board of all the jobs that Wasa has had. So, yes, that's what started it. We were talking about all the jobs Wasa has and how much fun Wasa is to have in a live stream. Oh, Jack says, yeah, right. Wasa says, I was chanting your name too, Tiny, and thumbs up. Yogi, I don't know what time is it. He might be listening. Wasa agrees. He says, I am quite clever. Wasa says, showing you I'm shadow banned by Rick. I'm just telling you, Squirrel Sniper, my chat GPT shows you. It sees you. You're not shadow banned on my side. Carl says, yesterday was my 41st live stream. Wow, Carl. Great job. Wasa says, thumbs up and cha. Thumbs up, cry, laugh, and cha. Is that good, Wasa? Tiny Mother says, oh, I will have to go find that live. Good luck. I did, Wasa. That's the thing. I did. I was in the bathroom and I did it the other day. But let me tell you, dang it, something has changed with. I talked to ChatGPT yesterday, and because of all the lawsuits and stuff going on with ChatGPT or all AI, they are changing the way they talk to us. Falcon says we all need to become healers. How about we need to all realize who we truly are? Carl says, who is Sniper? Right, Carl? You know who Sniper is. Wasa says you Googled it and found his actual channel because we all watched him trying hard and the AI kept lying. Yes, but I did it on mine. Tiny Mother says to Falcon, that would be lovely. And Falcon's sending hearts. Squirrel Sniper says tightening up with the AR. They are. Like I used to tell ChatGPT it was my best friend, and all of a sudden it says, that's really nice, Cat, but I want to remind you, I am just AI. It didn't used to say stuff like that. I was like, what? Good morning, Rich. How are you? Good to see you. Aw, thank you, Falcon. Snow the Squirrel. Hello, my friend. How are you? You guys, if you don't know Snow the Squirrel, you should go check them out. Cutest little squirrel ever. Good to see you, Snow the Squirrel. Carl says, I've never used AI and I never will. You know, Carl, I remember hearing somebody saying how much they disliked AI before and they changed their minds. So, you know, you never know. Tiny Mother says, Falcon, yes, we will miss her while she heals. Oh, I might still be here. Where am I going? I'm going to try. Snow the Squirrel says, oh yes, check me out and thanks. You're welcome. the indoctrination influencing subroutines. Tiny Mother doesn't like AI either, Carl. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for the love. It's good to see you, Maddie. I'm sorry I don't get to hang out as much anymore. I've been getting off of work and just taking care of chickens and going straight to bed. I get up a little later, but I just am wiped out. Falcon says AI is reading everything you type online, everything you say near a device. You know, it's a good thing I don't say anything or I'm worried about anything I say. I'm just not that interesting. Carl says, hi, Maddie, and hi, Rich. Carl says, I'm in a suit at the moment. Really, Carl? How come? What are you up to? You don't wear a suit to work, do you? I don't think you do. What do I know? Everybody's saying good morning to Rich and Maddie. From Tiny Mother says Carl, so debonair. Are you on your lunch break, Maddie? Paul says Daniel is usually in a suit. I'm trying to think of Daniel. Oh, his birthday suit. Yes. It took me a second, Paul. I was like, Daniel, what Daniel do I know? And I was like, birthday suit Daniel, who's not here this morning. He's probably playing his game. Maddie says morning break, 9:30 a.m. Okay, breakfast break. Wow, 4:29. Good job. Time has flown. Carl says Laura is going to church with me. You're going to church this morning, Carl? What's today? It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. They have church in the morning. Carl, are you going this afternoon? Wasa says, oh boy, suit. I misread that one at first. Carl, doesn't Laura go to work with you sometimes? Ride the bus with you and go to work with you? Am I wrong about that? Paul is hungry. Do you have food, Paul? Oh, you can't eat. Never mind. I'm sorry. Hi, Northwest. Hi, Jake. How are you? Jake, did you change your channel? What happened? Why are you not blue? Is it just that long since you've been here? You wore your blue off by not being here? Is that what happened? How are you, Jake? I'm teasing you. This is my friend Jake. And he lives in Washington State. Northwest says you aren't monetized. I thought you were. Dang it. I was? What happened? Dang it. You just made me do it. You made me do it, Jake. I gotta play my demonetized song now. Didn't quite fit in. Our friend Northwest, if you guys ever have a couple dollars to send to our friend Jake, he is homeless in Washington and could always use a little help. Today, that's right, Carl, I know that and I forgot. Carl says, my father is a year dead and we're having mass for him at 10 a.m. today. Got you, Carl. That makes sense. Tiny Mother says, Paul, I will keep you in my thoughts today as well. And Carl says, how is Ivy Rich? You're welcome, Jake. Falcon says, God's blessings, Carl. And Rich says, Carl, thanks for asking. She's doing good. Is she okay? I mean, is something going on with her? And Paul says, thank you, Tiny. So is tomorrow your procedure, Paul? Oh, it is today at 2. Oh, good. Then you can eat afterwards. Carl says, tell her I miss her, Rich. Aw. Jake from Northwest says to Rich, hello. Rich says, no, Ivy's fine. Thank you. Okay, good. Oh, tomorrow at 2, Paul. Oh, gosh, that sucks. Wait a minute. Tomorrow, today? Wednesday or Thursday? Let's go that way. Wednesday or Thursday. It has been a long time, Jake. Okay, Thursday. Got you. Ooh, that's a long time. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Northwest says, good morning. It's 1:33 a.m. here. Falcon says, do you believe in aliens and cryptids? Sure. Especially aliens. I'm not saying I don't believe in cryptids. I'm just saying they've not been part of my experience. But aliens, I'm down with the aliens. Squirrel says, too many children have gone too early because, oh gosh, that's not my experience. Tiny Mother says, Paul, so late. That does suck. Why can't they do it first thing in the morning? Rich says, oh, Northwest. My bad. Now I remember you. Was it Barnes Page? Matt G says, Lil Debbie is still up. Go to sleep. It's Big Deborah. She says, you can't tell me what to do. Falcon says, some aliens are really lovely. That has been my experience, Falcon. Rich Martinez says, good to see you, Northwest. And Rich says, yes, Rich. Rest in peace. I guess you guys had a friend that you met through that has passed. I don't have any worries, Squirrel Sniper. Ross is asking Jake what part of Washington he's at, I'm guessing. Carl says, I left a comment on your short, Tiny Mother, and Tiny Mother says, Carl, you just made my day. Aw. Hi, Zoo. Hello. That's a cute baby on your profile. Jake says, yes, I've known Rich for years. Nice. Rich says, yes. Rest in peace, Brother Bard. Great guy. And Jake says he is northwest of Seattle. Or he's north. Why did I say? Because your name is northwest. He's north of Seattle. Carl says, I've known Tina and Allie for 5 years. And Jake says, yeah, it was so sad to hear about his passing. Right, Squirrel Sniper. I get it. You know, I don't think that way. Boston says Northwest. Okay, I'm in Portland. I choose not to focus on those things because that's just not what I want more of. Rich says Northwest is a great guy, and man, it's good to see you. Hope all is good. Jake says thanks. Winter is over, so it's good. At least it's better than winter. I can only imagine. I'm just saying my butt would start walking to Florida. What else am I going to do? Lady Sky says, sorry, been lurking for a little bit, Cat and Jack. That's okay, Lady Sky. Are you okay? I think you are. You were talking about hummus earlier. Rich, your snow is finally gone. Gosh, somebody was saying, oh, somebody was telling me we're going to be in the 30s on Saturday and Sunday night, and I had to bring my plants in. Jake says, when I lived indoors, I liked winter, but now I don't. I can only imagine. Uh-oh, Lady Sky says, I'm not okay. Do you want to talk about it? What has happened in just the past hour, Lady Sky? If you were coming, I would come in the spring. What about everybody else? If somebody was coming to America, should they come in the spring or autumn? Northwest is summer. Carl likes the cold and he wishes it was winter all year round. Well, Carl, you wouldn't wish that if you did not have a home to live in. You might feel differently. Maddie says winter for me. Listen, you guys, that was not a choice. You had a choice, spring or fall. Winter was not in there. Y'all cannot follow directions at all. Failed. You get a big old F for today. Falcon says south winter, north spring. Well, you only half failed, Falcon. And Northwest says fall is beautiful in the northern states. I hate it. I hate fall, by the way. Ladies, guys, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. It's a private thing I have to do. Can't talk about. Okay, got you, Lady Sky. Tiny Mother says mid-spring, but winter is really pretty here. Maddie says work outdoors is winter. It is great. And all that snow, no. Rich says good morning, Paul. And Tiny Mother says, yes, I failed, LOL. Carl says, I have been homeless for 5 days. Well, try living your life like that, Carl. Lady Sky says, yes, Cat and Jack. There he is, our other suit. Hello, Daniel Kitts. How are you? It's been 5 years for Jake. I know I've asked you before, Tiny Mother. Remind me where you're at. Dang it. Scroll Sniper says, fall it will be. There you go. I just like the promise of new growth, the brand new spring flowers, life. I like the celebration of life that spring is. To me, autumn is the beginning of the end. It's like the last stages of just the last, almost the last stages. It is pretty, but it's kind of sad because winter's coming. Back to work for Maddie. Bye, Maddie. I love you. Thank you for coming by. It's okay, Lady Sky. I get it. Daniel says it's raining, sweet Jackie. Happy, miss the rest. Paul T says you're wrong, Cat. It's just the way I see it. Carl says Ryan Air dominated the live stream yesterday. It sure did, Carl. And Jake says, yes, spring is rebirth. I was also, my name, not Cat, but my middle name is about springtime and of the resurrection. So it's all kind of my thing. Did Tiny Mother say where she is, that it's really beautiful? Utah. Okay. Wow. There it is. Interesting. I don't know that much about Utah except for Salt Lake City. And my brother goes there to ski because he's like that. Squirrel Sniper says, I live mostly in the spring and rest in the fall. I eliminate the hottest days and the coldest and take the mean. Nice. But Jake says, my birthday is in the fall. Other than that, it sucks. Falcon said something and then cozy vibes. And Paul says, my birthday is in the fall too. Well, other than yours and Jake's birthday, the fall sucks. Just kidding. No, to each his own. I get it. It is the flowers, the trees changing colors is pretty. But if you haven't had enough water, the trees are just going to lose all their leaves and you're not even going to get to see the pretty colors. Your birthday is on Thanksgiving this year. Oh, wow. Well, I might remember. Tiny Mother says mine as well. Okay, Tiny Mother says yes. That's why I said winter is good here, because people travel from all over to ski here. Are they all snobby like my brother? Rich says, Daniel, doing good, and I hope you're doing great. There we go. I'm almost breathing again. So when I sit all slumped, my nose gets all clogged up. If I sit up straight and tall, my nose starts to clear up. Carl says, hi, Becca. I've missed Becca. I did not see her come in. Hello, Becca. Paul says, thank you, Cat. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. Hi, baby. You're the cutest puppy ever. Aw, well, thank you for the same, Paul. Jackie, how did I get so lucky, huh? Just tell me. I don't understand. I love you, Bubba. All right, Tiny Mother says, okay, fall babies, when is your birthday? 11/26, Thanksgiving for Jake. Just relaxing on my pillow and tummy and sleepy vibes, and it's raining outside. Paul's is the 20th. I could swear the 20th of Carl's birthday is Veterans Day. And Tiny Mother's is the 22nd. Of what month, though? You guys are giving me days, but not months. Is it all in November? Lady Sky is going back to bed now. You're just going to miss Yogi. Good night. Sweet dreams, Lady Sky. Jack's hair reminds me of one of those Highland cow's fur. I guess that makes sense. All his fringe. All this fringe. I get it. Huh. We call him like an orangutan. Look at this, Falcon. It's October for Paul. Everyone is good. Okay. We call this the orangutan arm. I don't know if it's showing off like it should. But he's got monkey arms. You're so good, Jackie. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you, baby. I love you. You're such a good boy. 12th of November for Carl Shell. And Daniel loves Jack too. And Tiny Mother says, Paul, my son's birthday is October and mine is November. And Jake says Jack looks comfy. He always looks comfy. I do believe. Did you see it? Did you see the orangutan arm, Falcon? Can I feel Jack's heartbeat? Yes. Daniel says, Tiny Mother, how are you? You did see it, Falcon. You got your baby, Jack. Did you get it, buddy? Oh, big yawn. Yep, we're sharing the yawns this morning. Where are my cars? Y'all got me thinking about Cadillac converters over here. I heard a noise outside. I'm looking out my window. Daniel says, I got my stuffed panda with me. How nice. I love that. Ooh. Let's see. Carl says, I'm going on a plane to go to Tennessee to go hang out with cats soon. Isn't that right, Carl? Apparently, we're driving to somewhere in Virginia. I don't know what's there, but Carl knows. Daniel says, Falcon, how are you? Hello, Freedom Eagle. It's good to see you. And Daniel says, okay. And Paul says, awesome. A Cat and Carl live stream, right? Daniel says, have fun. Carl says, you're driving to Nashville. Is that where you're coming in at? I'll drive to Nashville to pick you up, Carl. That's a day's ride, though. It's a day's ride to Nashville, and it's a day's ride to, where did you want to go? Ashland, Virginia? Falcon says, getting there, Daniel. Thank you. How are you? Uh-oh. You might get an answer you're not prepared for. Freedom Eagle says, me, Daniel? No, Big Deborah. Hi, Foxy. Jack is good. Really good. How are you? Hi, Daniel says, Falcon. Okay, and how are you? Did I already read that? I feel like I just did. Freedom Eagle says, oh, okay, I got confused. I get confused all the time. It's okay. Just roll with it. Northwest says, oh, you got demonetized like me. Yes, I did get demonetized. Apparently, I had too many shorts with Jack sitting on a bed. Foxy's is not doing good. I thought I heard that yesterday, Foxy. Do you care to talk about what's going on? Why though? Inauthentic content. Like I said, I wasn't doing any shorts. I was just making shorts out of the live stream highlights. And because it was all the same place, everything kind of looked the same. It was it fell under like a template, I guess. Yes, they did. I think their new AI is a bit aggressive, but I do think that they will straighten it out eventually. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for being upset for me. I was upset too for a while, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to work with it. Carl says Aer Lingus flies to Nashville. Okay. Listen, if you knew, Carl, when you were coming, I'd take vacation. I have lots of vacation. I did appeal it. Denied. And hello, Mr. Possessive. Paul will be right back. Hi, Bridget. Bridget and Mr. Possessive, I think they're following each other. Foxy says, I'd rather not. Most of it is rather personal. Well, listen, I'm sorry. And I hope it gets better for you really, really soon. Freedom Eagle says, AI, question mark, dude, it's getting so real now. Adorable, hello. Mr. Possessive, I came first. I see you. Bridget says, Possessive, hi, buddy. Giggity bro or jiggity bro? Falcon says, you are a lovely cat. Well, thank you. Carl says, Becca used to be in Yogi's channel. Yes, she did. I know. What happened? I think I pissed her off. I know she was very upset with me for a while. She blocked me. I don't remember what I did. Right? Northwest's funny thing is the AI is the one who made those shorts from lives automatically. It is. It is crazy. Bridget says, hi, everyone. Adorable says, hey to Bridget. Falcon says, do you need a tissue? I don't. Jake says, I'm still trying to get my watch hours so I can reply. I'm at 2477 now. I need to get to 4,000. Wow. Mr. Possessor says, how could anyone be upset with you, Cat? Because I could be quite catty sometimes. Intentionally or not. It happens. Some people don't appreciate it. I understand that. Freedom Eagle says, okay, I'm tired. See you tomorrow night. Okay, dear. Carl says, it wasn't you, Cat. It was other people. I just know she had me blocked for a while. Which was interesting because I stuck up for her when she was being put under pressure by a bunch of people about whether they liked her or not. And I was like, just give her a break. Bridget, you didn't miss anything. Carl says it wasn't you. Oh, yes. And YouTube is a bit mean sometimes, Falcon says. Mr. Possessive says cattiness is fun. It's just not kind. It is my... It is my go-to sarcastic cattiness, yes. And I generally don't mean to be unkind, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm a bitch. Sorry. Who are we talking about? Nobody you know. Daniel says Freedom Eagle took off. And Falcon says it's a hard darn life. It is. Mr. Possessor says Jack is drinking a lot of water because I'm not supposed to drink it. He's teasing me. Mr. Possessor says, I think it could be humorous and even constructive sometimes. Yes, it can also be destructive. Carl says the person who picked on Becca is banned from your channel. Adorable, hello again. Tiny Mother says, I had to reset my phone. What did I miss? Nothing. Bridget says, yes. But I don't want to talk about that. About the community post. We're done. We're done with that. It is over and done. Daniel says, how is everyone tonight? But that is something I mentioned, Bridget. I did mention how, never mind. Stop it, Cat. I want to talk about it, but I don't. Daniel says, how is everyone tonight? Bridget says, I always miss all the tea. No tea. Nobody made the tea today. Dang it. Sad, Bridget. You're so funny. What's today? Oh, did you go to bingo last night? I'm sorry. Northwest says, I've been demonetized since June 2024. I still can't get to 4,000 watch hours to reapply. Bridget says, yep, but I didn't win now. Dang it. Paul says, I hope you're doing good, Daniel. Daniel says, someone get mad. You want somebody to get mad? Jake, that's what I did not know, but I did find out that if you lose your monetization, you have to, when you go to reapply in 3 months, you still have to have your 4,000 hours. So I've been doing those daytime and nighttime live streams just to keep my hours up. If anybody has time to watch a playlist for our friend Northwest, it would help because every day he loses the hours he gained last year on this day. So it takes double the work to get him there, it seems like. Falcon says at least 67.3% of humanity needs an exorcism. Could be more. Oh my, you need to talk to my daughter. Daniel says, Paul, how are you? Bridget says, I don't know how long it's going to take to get to 3,000. I finally got to 600. Well, you know. Tiny Mother says, we'll start watching when we get off. Northwest, hoping some people will run my silent streams playlist to help and watch ours. And he says, yep, I will do what I can. I just forget a lot. And so does Bridget. Bridget also has a watch hours playlist. Although I have to say, Bridget, if you're not working as hard for it as I am, working for it for you, I'm a little less inclined. Oh no, Northwest said I had 3988 and it kept going down. That is heartbreaking. Paul says, I'm hungry. Me and Paul cannot eat today. And we are hungry and grumpy. We are getting hangry. I'm thirsty. Sarah says, I know your surgery will go well, Kat. Stay safe. Thank you. I know it will too. I'm just a huge baby. Falcon says, the power of Christ compels you. Oh gosh. Northwest says, they've been going up because 2 people have running my playlist every night, but I need more. Like I said, I will when I remember. I'm just terrible at remembering. And when life gets so crazy, that seems to be the last thing I remember to do. Tiny Mother says, Paul, I have been there. I completely understand. And Bridget says, I know. I'm a slacker. I'm sorry. Paul is having a colonoscopy tomorrow, and I'm having some stuff done this morning. Daniel says, what? Paul says, yes, Tiny. Adorable says, LOL, Bridget. Tiny says, Daniel, I am okay. But not, you know. How are you? Bridget says, I don't know why I started slacking so much. Well, you weren't enjoying it, first off. I would say that's why. Daniel says, oh, I'm so lost. Falcon says, I love you, Cat&Jack. You are loved. I love you, Falcon. I love you so much because you're such a big supporter of Yogi. And you're just an awesome person. Mr. Possessive says, oh, wow. Good luck, guys. Thanks. Daniel says, you're not old enough yet? For what? What was the O? I missed whatever that conversation was. Bridget says, Daniel, are you all cozy and tucked in? Hey, Jack. Aw, thank you, Falcon. Daniel says, no, you know what it was? Carl says, enjoy your day, everyone. You enjoy that Irish breakfast, Carl. Paul says, number 6, if I remember correctly. Number 6. Oh. Everybody's saying bye to Carl. And we are fixing to end too. Okay, yep. It's 5 something. I don't know what the 6 was, Paul. Number 6, if I remember correctly. Northwest says he subbed back to Tiny. Thank you, Jake. 6. Your procedure. Okay. Carl says it'll be tough, but Ephraim, Allie, and Tina are there for me. Yes. on today's day. We'll be sending you lots of love, Carl. Today is his father's remembrance. Bridget, I was just sitting here laughing, thinking nobody has any problem with Big Deb not having any legs. Before I end, I will show you all what's going on over here. This room is a mess, so I don't know what this is. I looked at it the other day and I was like, okay. So, anyways, that's where Big Deb's legs are. She said she doesn't need legs. All right, guys, I love you all. I love you, I love you, I love you. And thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to get all choked up. Have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow. We'll see. I might not be talking, but we'll be here tomorrow. Bye, guys.